12:22. I couldn't do that even again if I ever tried. 12:22. I just looked up. It's funny. I'm like always running late. You know me. Hmm. It is 12:22. Time to go to the playground or wherever it is that we're going to go. I feel like stillness is a better word today. So I'm going to be still for a few minutes and wait for some people to join me. It's Sunday, bright sunny skies here in the mountains. Beautiful day, super hot, 88 degrees today. It's going to be a scorcher. I might just take a trip up to the mountains and find some cooler air. See how everyone is doing today as we find some stillness. It's the one thing that we forget to put in our day often. We want to get busy, busy, busy. We wake up early. We're ready to run, 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 run. And the one thing, the most important thing, is to be still. Can you imagine how poorly we've all been trained? We've forgotten that the most important thing that we can do is to spend time with our own selves. So I've been doing a lot of that this morning. Self-time, time alone. I hope that you've been doing it too. Sundays are meant for that. If nobody else joins me, I'll know. It's a day for just stillness, a day to be all by yourself. I love just looking out my window. It distracts me. I've got these beautiful trees have grown in. It's what looks like a dent or a little kind of light lot right here in the wintertime. In the summertime, it grows in and it looks like, it reminds me of the Snow White, of all the brambles and everything that's around the castle that Prince Charming is trying to get to. It's like growing in on me, and it's so green and so beautiful, and the birds are making beautiful noises, and there they come. There they come. I knew that you would. Good morning, Rebecca. How are you? I see Angel, too. Come on in. Tell me who's here. I'm all about stillness today, so that's where we're going, is into a place of stillness together. It is the main focus for me. I went through something, I think we all did, for about a month. Everyone was like kind of crazy. We've all been a lot angry, very emotional. Good morning, Tammy. I thought I saw your face up there. There's been a lot of emotion going on and a lot of difficult squeezing, like I keep saying, the tube of the toothpaste. I feel like I've come out the other side. I feel like I came through it. It was a desert time, and we go walking through, and it's difficult. Very, very difficult. And oftentimes we feel like we're very alone. And our emotions are not pretty. We don't even like ourselves. That's the truth. Is when I go through those kinds of times, it's like, ick. I don't even like me right now. I can't imagine why anybody else would like me, because I don't even like me. And that's it's not useful, and yet it's just part of it. It's part of it. We have to we're getting this stuff coming up. It just keeps coming up, and it's like, okay, here it is. So you're gonna face this. So my main focus for a month has been, I've been very honest with people. Good morning, John. I like you too. I've been maybe painfully honest. Sometimes I feel like I've not been all that nice. I feel like we go through these times of depravity, of that little part of us inside that has been riding around for a long time, just kind of squeaking loudly and needing attention, and we've been ignoring that part of us for a long time. We keep putting that little difficult child back in the corner. Just go back to the corner. I don't want to deal with you right now. Well, that little child that has been stuck in that corner for most of our lives now is no longer sitting quietly in the corner. That little child is squealing quite loudly. And so you might as well just let them come out. God, bring them in. Just bring them in and let them get the attention, the love. Let them scream it out, whatever they got to do. So that's where we've been this year. 2021, is that where we are? Has been a year already of a whole lot of releasing, honesty, yes, being authentic, being that we are, oftentimes we show up and we're like, excuse me, here we go again. Oftentimes we show up, and when I come into this, I play really nice. You'll see some emotion, but my higher self is very, very active right now, and my higher self minds herself really well. She's very, very tame. And there's a little wild redhead inside of me that sometimes likes to cause trouble. She was a little troublemaker. She was number 4 out of 5 kids. She was the little tattletale. She was the one that was kind of conniving. She was the one that, that we all know that kid. What was that flying in front of my window? Sorry. Fairies or bees? I'm not sure what that was. There was like 3 of them. I just caught it out of the glimpse of my eye. Sorry. So that little girl is still very much inside of me, and sometimes she squeaks very loudly. And here's the thing: is oftentimes that child is the part of us that tries to sort out, okay, why is this child being like this? Has it all wrong. Typically what the child is saying that he needs is probably the opposite of what they actually need. We're not very good at voicing what we really need. When we get angry, when we're having temper tantrums, look at a child that's having a temper tantrum. They just don't even know what they want anymore. Sometimes it takes a little trigger and pretty much they're just screaming on the floor and you're like, well, what do you want? They don't know. There's just something. They've forgotten what they actually wanted in the first place. They're just screaming loudly. We have that part inside of us. And that little part is screaming loudly for attention because there are things that you and I, all of us, need to have taken care of. We are coming into a very, very powerful time. We've been working our way to this for a long time. We have agreed to do this. It's part of our contract. Sorry, you signed on the dotted line. You said that you would be here for this. And so here we are. And we're all finding each other. And we're all here to keep each other on the straight and narrow, kind of. Like, just in supporting one another and saying, hey, I know you're really struggling. And instead of maybe straight and narrow isn't the right word. It is, okay, you've got this anger inside of you. You've got this pain inside of you. It's okay to let it show. That's where I am today. We don't always have to be perfect for each other. If all you see is me being Miss Priss and just sitting here in perfection, and I'm not there with you, I'm up here someplace, you're not going to want to come in, I promise. And we have people like that will come on and you'll look at them and you're like, I can never relate to that person because they're perfect in every way. We all had them in school too, didn't we? We had those ones that you're like, how do they come to school every day? And they just have it all together. And I was just a mess. Running out the door, hair flying. I could never quite get it together. I never had my homework done on time. I never, if they gave us 3 months to finish a project, I waited till the night before. So when I see these people that seem to be so organized, and they seem to have everything, every hair is in place, and they got everything just put there just so perfect, and I'm like, I don't really relate to you. So that plays out, and with all of us, we're in a space now where we're all kind of finding each other. And I know when I gather with people that are on the same path, literally, physically in the same room with them, there's the point when they allow themselves to show their imperfections. You know that you've truly found soul family when they still love you, even though you've just cussed out somebody or you've really let go of your anger and it's come flying out and it's not been pretty at all. And yet those people who are your soul family are going to love you no matter what. They know what unconditional love is. And so not only do we give that, not only do we receive that anger and let it just, oh, okay, I'm hearing you, and let it just roll. And we wait until the temper is gone, or that little tantrum, that child finally settles down. And then we pull them up in our lap and we love on them. And we say, it's okay. It's okay. You don't get angry. You don't just stop talking to them because they showed you that other side, that part that they usually try to keep hidden from the world. It's a beautiful thing. I'm not even sure where this is going today, but I need you to hear that I'm very imperfect. I try to be a good person. I try to do the best that I can on this planet. I try to love people all the time, and I get impatient. The traffic around here is insane. Sometimes, I know a couple days ago I went to go through town. This is totally me, guys. Listen, I went to go through town, and I got in the car, and I'm like, okay, today, that little New Yorker inside of me is going to be very calm. Today, it doesn't matter how many slow people go walking in front of me when I get like a 5-second turn lane, green light. I know I've only got a little time to make this turn. And if people keep ambling across the road, even though they're going completely against traffic. I'm just going to be calm. If people are driving really slow or if they cut me off or whatever, I'm just going to be okay with it. I set myself up. And I didn't get 2 minutes down the road, and a little minivan was going 5 miles an hour in a 30-mile zone. And I thought, well, maybe they're looking for something. I'll just be patient and I'll keep kind of 5 miles an hour behind them. And then they kept doing it, and then they kept doing it, and then they kept doing it, and my little cage is starting to climb. And then I get down to the corner. I'm like, yes, okay, I'm at the corner. If I can just make this left-hand turn, even with all these people walking. You guys, if you've never been to Gatlinburg, you don't know what I'm talking about. If you come here, you'll understand completely. There are more tourists here than there are any place else on the planet. And they don't understand that the cars need to have space to go to. They just walk. So I'm sitting there waiting for the light, and they're just walking slowly. And I'm looking at these people trying to make that turn that I try to make every day to go to my house. And they can't do it because people just keep walking against the light. And I'm just staying calm. It's okay. It's okay. Shh, it's okay. And then my light turns green. and I'm on go. Come on, we only got a few seconds. We got a big line of traffic here. We got to get through this light. And dang, if people didn't keep on walking and they're just looking, they look right at you with this blank look, and you're like, come on. Like, the light is green. The cars get to go on green. Please stop walking. And I honked. I actually yelled out, I will run you over. I'm sorry, you guys. This is the truth of me. This is the part of me that I don't like very much, but it's the honest truth. And we are all like this. Life is frustrating, and we are still stuck in human bodies. We still have to deal with all of these other people that are on the planet that don't necessarily respect our space, don't necessarily see the needs of others. They're kind of, that's how it feels in this town. They just like The Walking Dead, seriously. Their eyes get glazed over. I know they're exhausted, and they're so overwhelmed by all of the lights. It's like New York City or Las Vegas for children. And I know they're just overwhelmed and they're exhausted. And I get it. And the mountains, go out to the mountains. I want to go just please go out to the mountains and sit on a rock for a while. You'll feel better. You'll feel better if you came here for this. There's a national park right there. Go out under the trees. It'll bring you back. You could come back and stop walking in front of traffic. Anyway, that's who I turn into. And that's the worst of me usually, is the traffic. So that's my funny story. Yes, I am I'm very human too, Angel. And I want you to know that we are all human and that we are okay with letting that side out. Because what happens if we just bottle it? I could have just sat there and just bottled it and bottled it and bottled it. It didn't hurt anybody. Nobody could hear me. My windows were up. I did honk a little bit. And when I did, they went, oh, wait a minute, we're not supposed to be walking right now. Like I brought them out of their slumber. That's all. But I did it nicely. My kids laugh at me when I honk because they're like, when other people honk, they just go, and I just go, just a little kind of thing. Just please get your attention. So I do it nicely mostly. Seriously. But what goes through my head isn't always nice. So take this as a life lesson. I think it's important for all of us that we have a lot of frustrations right now. There are crazy people on the planet. This energy, this ascension energy that's coming through right now, that new moon, we've had both, we've had two kinds of eclipses in 2-3 weeks, not a solar and a lunar eclipse, all in the same, month, pretty much. It's been a crazy energy, and no matter what, these people who are still very much asleep, they are very much asleep. We can't expect them to be right here where we are. We can't expect them to be wide awake and just be able to see past the bright lights and the whatever that's right in their face. They're still very much asleep. This world is all they've got. This life is all they've got, and they're just so wrapped up in it. And so my reminder today is, you be authentic. Go ahead and vent. Don't try to bottle it anymore. We can't bottle it. We're going to a really new place. We're going to a place where we've talked about it before, where we're stepping into this void of nothingness, and we're going to create. And so We can't go into that place, that very sacred place. We can't go there if we're still carrying a bunch of baggage. And every time we bottle our emotions, and I am a master bottler, I swear to you, I have bottled really well for most of my life. So I'm right there with you. These emotions that are coming up to you right now, and there's a lot of them, and those people that are coming at you, those people that are walking slowly by the green light against traffic, not paying any attention, that is one of my biggest triggers. So they're coming to us. We're having these experiences because we still have triggers, because we still have these bottled emotions, and our souls want us to experience something so that it triggers us to go, I still got work to do. I still got work to do. I'm obviously not loving these people unconditionally. I'm obviously still looking at them conditionally and going, well, what is wrong with you? Why can't you wake up? Why can't you see what's going on right in front of your face? You know, I still have that part of me. And that's a very, very key part of me that I need to work on. I need to be willing to allow people to be where they are on their path, even if it inconveniences me, even if it makes me uncomfortable or slows me down or makes me late for something. It's important for me to learn to overcome, to work my way through that part of me that still gets triggered by people. So whatever it is that's triggering you, there's a reason why it's there. And until you allow yourself to just feel it and get it out there and put it on the table and say, okay, this is where I've got to do my work. It's just somebody's going to keep coming into your world. They're going to keep coming in and they're going to keep triggering you to do it, to do the work, to do the work, to do the work. When I can fully say, before I leave home, say, okay, today I'm going to do really well. I'm not going to use any language. I'm going to be very patient. When somebody walks in front of me, I'm just going, oh, it's okay. Because I really do have that in me. When I'm not in the car, I tend to be like, no, it's okay. I'll hold the door for you. Or I'll, you can go ahead of me in the grocery line or whatever. I rarely have that in me anymore when I'm right there face to face with people. It's typically in the car. That's my place. That's where I got to work on me. So where do you got to work on you? That's why we're being triggered. And it's key right now. It's really important to work on those things. It's really important to let it out. Go out in the woods. What I should have done is just gotten out to the woods, just found a quiet place. I have done this before, so don't ever doubt that I'll do it again. I find a place in the middle of the woods or here in my bedroom and I just scream. It just comes out of me. My kids go, are you okay? Is there, they have no idea. And I just, okay, I feel better now. It's out. Small children know to let it out. They don't bottle. At some point, by the time we're 4 or 5 years old, for me, I was 4 or 5 when I learned to bottle my emotions. So wherever that was for you, yes, we don't need to let our emotions go in a way that's going to injure somebody else. We need to ask for protection sometimes. I'm going to let this go. Please protect everyone that's in the home because I have powerful energy and I don't want to hurt anybody with this anger that comes out of me. And then find a way to let it go. Ripping paper, whatever you got to do. Sometimes I just write out everything that I'm angry about and I put it in a fire. I just burn it. But please, that's what the message is very simple today. That's very simple. It's okay to be human. It's okay to have these emotions. It's part of who you are. And it's okay, not only is it okay, it's beneficial to find a way to release it, to find a way to let go. So it doesn't fester, so it doesn't create illness in you, so it doesn't cause this anger, these pent up things that are just like stuck inside of you. Let it go. Let it go, let it go. When we clear, we're letting go of energy. We're letting go of stuck energy. We're moving through this. And there is work to do. I think sometimes we try to bypass that. We're like, well, I'll just do a good energy clearing. And what all this stuff that I got inside me is just going to get cleared away. Your soul is not going to let you just clear away those things that you still need to work on. I'm sorry. Your soul says, sorry, that's still your homework, babe. You got to do that work. I can't do that for you. So excuse me. So we can help. But typically a good clearing brings it up. A good clearing actually brings up those things that you need. Someone who's very good at clearing energy will sit with you quietly and help you clear energy and say, there's something right there. You're stuck right there in the solar plexus. What have you stored up there? What do you got to get rid of? There's no magic pill on this one. You have work to do. It's time to do it. But the plus side is we're coming into a time after you do the work, guess what? You get to manifest with gusto. And I'll tell you what, I'm already feeling that. The manifesting is like a billion times easier than it's ever been before on this planet. So manifesting, clearing that negative energy allows you to manifest what you really want and not what you don't want. So it's valid. It's really, really important work. So why don't we go into a quick quiet time together. I told you at the beginning, I had no idea. I came in here like, I got nothing. So whatever that was, somebody needed to hear it. Probably me. Let's go ahead and go into some quiet time together. I would love for you to experience, and I'm going to do this daily for anyone that wants to come in with me now. We're not going to the playground. We're going into the void. We've done it a couple of times. We're going to do it again because the idea here is to get perfectly comfortable with going into a space of absolute nothingness where you fill that space. Your energy comes into a place. Hold on. I'm choked up. Your energy goes into a place, and it'll be a place of nothingness. There's nothing in that space. It's completely void. There's no sound. There's no smell. There's no sight. There's no light in the space at all. You are the one that brings it. That's how important you are. So, and every time that you go into this meditation, I want you to practice that, going in and seeing absolute nothing. And as you enter, life begins. That's how this solar system was created. You were there at the beginning of it. It's only remembering who you are, remembering your power, remembering that as human as you are still this amazing, amazing higher self that creates solar systems. Imagine that. So you help to create everything that's here. It's beautiful green leaves that are right outside my window. The bees that just were buzzing around, and the hummingbirds, and the rainbows, and the flowers, and that beautiful sun shining down on all of it, and the raindrops. All those things that you love so much. You were here when all of this was nothing. The void. And you stepped into it. And when you did, you brought life. So let's practice. So you got your feet planted. You're going to want to plant those feet solidly on the ground wherever you are. Say to your body now, I'm going to let you start doing this on your own a little bit. Before we start, we need a drink. So, somebody's got some blocked energy and it's hitting me hard. We'll work our way through that. Give me a few minutes. All right, so as you're sitting there and you feel those roots come out through your feet, tell your body now. Your body will listen to you. That part of you that has all those little temper tantrums is always listening, paying attention to, always watching for the higher self to set the example. So your higher self comes in. Archangel Michael comes in. Feel that energy. It's bliss. There's nothing else I can say. When your higher self is here, it's bliss. So we're all being perfectly protected. A whole army of angels coming around us right now. And I want you to just tell your body now. Just tell it to ground. Perfect. And once you're grounded, you just sit up straight and you pull that energy up through your feet and feel it hit the base of your spine and pull it all the way up. And as you do, as you pull it all the way up your spine, you'll know when you hit center. So just say center and start. Perfect. You get in that beautiful space that's right at the center of you. It's like your own solar system right within you. And you know when you get there, it's like, oh, I'm at home. I just came into home. Okay, so now that you're at home, We're going to start clearing some energy. And I'm calling in the angels to please center and ground our energy together. Each of us being our own little solar system, and each of us forming a safe connection to one another so that we can share in this experience. We're all together in oneness today. So just waiting. That's beautiful. If you're sitting there and you can feel that energy, you'll notice how it feels like it multiplies. It expands out. So you're sitting there and imagine that we're all in this beautiful bubble. It's clear. And the world is around us and we're safely protected in this perfect bubble. And as you allow yourself to fill up with some energy, I want you to see it just expand out. Your energy expanding out to fill this bubble. Take a big breath. Just pop right out of that chest. And in that space, you are completely unlimited. You've stepped out of the body. You can float around. You're all energy right now. And in that energetic place, there is no limitation. You can do anything that you'd like. So in that complete unlimitedness that is you, as your eyes are closed, I want you to see that void. I want you to hear that void for a second. There is absolutely nothing. It's complete nothingness. So as you step into it, there's zero distraction. And rest into that sense of nothing. Just breathe. We don't bring any fear into this space because we are in our energy form. We don't have any fear. We don't have any needs here. So stepping into this place, there's no fear. It just feels comforting. So as you're sitting there, I want you to see yourself now floating there, this beautiful ball of energy. All of us together, connected perfectly. And the lights begin to fill in the space. Different colored lights. Imagine whatever color light you'd like to bring. You can throw some sparkles on it if you'd like. Wow. So we're floating there now in this room, this beautiful bubble. We can go anywhere we like. You can just push yourself, just fly. Whatever you like, you can bounce up against one of the others. Whatever you'd like to do. And you're just floating there in this room filled with sparkles and colored lights. And I want you to imagine something else that you'd like to pull in. You want some magical creatures? We could fill it with fairies. Unicorns. Whatever you'd like to bring in. If it's a loved one that you've been missing, you can bring them into this space too. They're pure energy. They come right in easy. All you gotta do is think their name and they say, okay, here I am. My grandmother just entered. Such a sweet energy. Who else? And we're filling this space and we're going to create in this space. So if you were to create a world right now, what would you like to put in that world? Only put what you want here. I see a world filled with magic. John sees everyone there, I can tell. That's what he's saying. All of you, I see you. I feel your energy as we float here. What a beautiful place. I was thinking about the bouncing, flying, bubbling pigs, John. I always bring in the flying, bouncing, bubbling pigs. What else would we like? Flying horses. We're creating a world. It's not just little objects. Imagine a world of the most magnificent mountains, lakes, trees, flowers. Ease. I want to bring ease into it. Fullness. If you hear a word in your mind's eye, if you're hearing anything, you can just say it. What is it? What is it that you're experiencing? This sense of comfort. No more loss, just beauty. I see us now stepping into the most beautiful field of flowers. Everything is abundant here. You can pick up a flower and eat it if you want to. It tastes really good, by the way. There's a stream bubbling down beside us. The water tastes delicious. Have a glug if you'd like. Just love. No more money, perfect. Smoky Mountains are excellent. A place where there is only love, where there is no more judgment, no more hate, no more anything that comes from fear. Nothing from fear, only love. And that's all that we create with. Your paintbrush today is love. So as you take that, you put brush strokes on the canvas, these hearts, this beautiful love just fills the space. See yourself with a paintbrush now and swirl it around whatever colors you'd like and paint whatever you like in the space. And it can be completely abstract, just colors. Make it from love. This is the world that we need to imagine. This is the place that we need to go as often as we possibly can. Take yourself there. Just go to a place that is only love. You guys, you are perfect creators of energy. And this is the energy that you're creating that changes everything. It's why you came here. Yellow and orange, beautiful. Seeing red. The colors of a sunset. Do you know the colors of a sunset when first they go to, you got yellow and orange and like a peachy colored and coral, all those beautiful layers of color. And then as it starts to go down, the sun's going down beyond the horizon, it starts to turn to colors of purple and blue, and it's so beautiful the way the colors all start to blend, the orange and then the blues and the purples, they come down. That's what I would love to have in this new world. All of those beautiful colors just blending together perfectly. And there's no more separation. We're all so connected. We all remember our connection. There's no loneliness anymore. You can't be lonely if you're perfectly connected. No matter where you go, whatever you do, you have this connection to Source, this connection to one another. It never goes away. So you always feel secure and safe. Imagine this world. Beautiful. So there is clearing energy coming through right now. So anyone that needs that clearing, it's coming in. Archangel Raphael is helping with any healing. So down at the base of your spine, you're just going to pull that energy up like a little tornado coming on, up, 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 all the way up through. See it. Envision it and just pull it with your breath. So take a big breath and pull that energy all the way up slowly through every one of your chakras. All the way up through that third eye and through the crown. And then that crown is wide open and down comes source energy. This beautiful hand of God comes down over the top of your head. And it just pours down like a waterfall right over you. Down through every one of your chakras, around, all the way around you, protecting you, cleansing all that negative energy, just washing it right away. It washes all the way down very quickly, all the way down into your feet, through your hands, down into the earth to be recycled. And as you take a big breath, it comes back up. Now I want you to pull yourself, that beautiful part of you that's been floating in that bubble. Remember where you've been. Remember all of this beauty and all of this bliss is always available to you. You don't need to leave it. Just bring it with you. Bottle it up. Take a little bottle and just bottle some of that beautiful bliss up, and remember to open it whenever you need it. And then bring it back in. Take a big breath, pulling those roots all the way back up to your feet, pulling yourself all the way into the heart space, right there in the center of you. Very nice. Bring in the bliss. Don't leave it behind. People ask you what's wrong with you, you say, I got my bliss. I got my bliss on. Just spread it around. And so it's coming all the way back up. The energy is returning to your body. Thanking the angels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, all of you, all of your higher selves and the loved ones that you brought in that we experienced together. We're going to sever any cords between us now so that you are standing in your own energy, completely safe in your own bubble. Archangel Michael coming in and just wrapping you up, safe and secure right there in your own little bubble of you. Take one more big breath now in that bubble. Just fill your lungs. Fill your lungs with all that healing energy they've given to you. So much love. And as you're beginning to come back into physical, you're feeling your feet, you're feeling that warmth come back into your body, all the way up your legs, into your spine, into your arms, your hands, your face, opening your eyes. Thank you for joining me. What a beautiful place we're creating together. Well done. I don't know about the bouncing, bubbling, flying pigs. Hopefully they don't make any big messes as they're flying through the sky. we have to make a few rules on that one. Thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. Please take good care of yourselves today. Remember that you're all wrapped up in love and safety and protection. I will see you again tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon at 3:33. We'll get the girls together for Soul Sisters. We've been gone for a couple weeks. Those Soul Sisters were in the same space and we didn't get together on the show. We were busy. We've been very busy. We'll be back tomorrow. Take good care of yourselves today. I will see you soon. So much love to you guys. Bye for now. Let the bouncing, bubbling, flying pigs stay here. Okay. Yes, you keep the bouncing, bubbling, flying pigs for the day. That's your job. You're going to be the farmer, the pig farmer today, John. It's all yours. Take good care, Angel. I love you. Take good care. I'll see you soon.